Course Introduction, Video 2, Introduction to the TOEFL IBT by Bruce Stirling. Hi, my name is Bruce Stirling. In this video, I will introduce you to the TOEFL IBT. You will learn what TOEFL is, what TOEFL tests, how TOEFL is designed, how you are scored, and more. Before we start, please remember, this is an integrated video course. What you learn in one video will be applied to the next. For maximum learning benefit, please view the videos sequentially. Let's begin. We start with a question. What is TOEFL? TOEFL is an English language proficiency test. In the United States, non-native English-speaking students must submit a TOEFL score when applying to colleges and universities. Non-native English-speaking professionals, such as doctors and dentists, must submit a TOEFL score as part of the licensing process. Please remember, before you take the TOEFL test, contact the school or licensing agency to which you are applying and ask for their TOEFL requirements. Also, find out what other tests are required. Please remember, some schools, like Harvard, do not accept TOEFL scores. What does TOEFL measure? TOEFL measures academic English language proficiency. Proficiency means skill and knowledge of written and spoken English at the first-year college level. TOEFL measures academic English language proficiency on a scale from 0 to 120. The higher your proficiency, the higher your TOEFL score. Please remember, TOEFL is not pass or fail. TOEFL simply measures academic English language proficiency on a scale from 0 to 120. Next, let's talk about TOEFL's design. The TOEFL test is approximately 4 hours long. It has 4 test sections. Section 1 is reading. Section 2 is listening. Section 3 is speaking. Section 4 is writing. Between the listening and speaking sections, there is a 10-minute break. Each of the 4 test sections is worth 30 points for a total of 120 points. The reading and listening questions are all multiple choice questions. You will select your answers with a mouse. Thus, these tasks are called selective tasks. The reading section typically has 3 passages. One passage is approximately 750 words long. The listening section typically has 4 lectures and 2 dialogues. Each is about 2 minutes long. Your reading and listening answers will be scored by a computer. After the break, you will do the speaking and writing sections. These tasks are called constructive tasks. For the speaking section, you will construct 6 verbal responses by integrating the skills of reading, listening, and speaking. For the writing section, you will construct 2 essays. You will write the integrated essay first, then the independent essay. The integrated essay is an objective writing task. For this task, you will combine the skills of reading, listening, and writing. The last task on the TOEFL IBT is the independent essay. This is a subjective writing task. You will state your opinion and use personal examples to support your argument. Your speaking tasks will be rated by human raters. The average of their scores will be your final speaking section score. Your writing tasks will be rated by a computer and by 2 human raters. The average of their scores will be your final writing section score. Combined, the 4 sections integrate to measure your academic English language proficiency at the first-year college level. In many ways, taking the TOEFL test is just like taking a first-year college exam at an American university. The topics used for testing are from the humanities. Sociology, geography, history, and psychology are common topics. Applied sciences are not tested. Don't worry if you don't know the topics. The TOEFL IBT is a teaching test. TOEFL not only measures your English academic language proficiency, but also your ability to understand and apply ideas in a timed environment. You will complete all tasks on a desktop computer. For the reading and listening questions, you will select your answers with a mouse. For the speaking tasks, you will speak into a microphone on a headset. For the writing tasks, you will type your 2 essays using a basic word processor that has cut, paste, and copy functions. There is no spell checker. You cannot save your work. Please remember, the TOEFL IBT is user-friendly. On-screen instructions explain everything, plus the test center staff will help you with any questions you have. You can take notes throughout the test. Note paper and pencils will be supplied. As you can see, TOEFL is a lot of things. However, at the end of the day, TOEFL is about one thing only: scoring. Okay, so what is a good TOEFL score? I get asked this question a lot. Let me explain. The TOEFL IBT was introduced in 2005. Since then, the average worldwide TOEFL score has been consistently around 80. Is 80 a good score? A bad score? What is a good TOEFL score? A good TOEFL score is the score you need, not the score you want. Everybody wants a perfect 120 out of 120, but if you only need 80 and you score 80, then 80 is a good score. If you need 90 and you score 90, then 90 is a good score. If you need 100 and you score 100, then 100 is a good score. Please remember, before you take the TOEFL test, contact the school or licensing agency to which you are applying. Find out the TOEFL score they require, then aim for that score. If you're not happy with your TOEFL score, you can retake the TOEFL test as many times as you want to. Your TOEFL score is good for 2 years. For information about TOEFL registration, how much the TOEFL test costs, and where test centers are located, please visit ets.org/TOEFL. ETS means Educational Testing Service. ETS is an American test preparation company located in Princeton, New Jersey. ETS designs and administers the TOEFL test worldwide. How and why did TOEFL start? TOEFL started back in 1964. In 1964, American universities needed a way to measure the English proficiency of non-native English-speaking students. Enter ETS and TOEFL. Back in 1964, the first TOEFL test was a paper-based test, or PBT. In 1998, with the rise in personal computers, the TOEFL PBT became the TOEFL Computer-Based Test, or CBT. In 2005, the TOEFL CBT became the TOEFL Internet-Based Test, or IBT. When you are finished the TOEFL IBT, your answers will be sent to ETS via Internet, hence the acronym IBT. Please remember, you can no longer take the TOEFL PBT or the TOEFL CBT. The test you take will be the TOEFL IBT. On test day, you will take the TOEFL test at a designated test center. Please remember, test site security is very strict. You can't take anything into the test. No phones, no food, no pens or pencils. The best form of ID is your passport. For more about taking the TOEFL test, please visit ETS at ets.org/TOEFL. ETS is your best resource for the latest TOEFL information. Okay, so what is the secret to TOEFL success? The answer is simple. The secret to TOEFL success is being prepared. Being prepared means being test ready. Test ready means you can anticipate the requirements of each task. That means no surprises on test day. Being test ready also means you understand basic argument development and analysis. In the next video, Course Introduction Video 3, you will learn the language of argument development and analysis. That language is called rhetorical strategies. You will also learn about reasons, how to identify and apply them. Understanding rhetorical strategies and reasons is the first step in learning the argument map G, 3-tick, C, and the first step in TOEFL success. If you want more information about the topics in this video or want to practice what you've learned, please see my books. Practice tests for the TOEFL IBT. Speaking and writing strategies for the TOEFL IBT. Scoring strategies for the TOEFL IBT, a complete guide. If you have any questions, please contact me, Bruce Stirling, TOEFL Pro at facebook.com. Thanks for watching.